enjoyed my time with it, but I feel like I've almost done with it, and that's not
so
good.
sad.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I played the PC version, which again looks incredible, and it is slightly more challenging on there. I do find it slightly more difficult, whether it's because people using like the keyboard and they've got faster reactions, but it is definitely more difficult on the PC. Where I go on the Xbox One, I do tend to come first without being too big-headed. I just tend to be like come towards the top of the leaderboard, and it's not really much of a challenge. But I don't know.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying about perhaps the lack of, or to frame it a different way, perhaps the increased amount of options somehow makes it less obsessive. You know, like Call of Duty seemed to be one of those things where we just play round after round after round. I also think it is hurting a little bit from a lack of modes. I know like Black Ops, I remember playing Gun Game and One in the Chamber like over and over and over again and really enjoying like that variety. I also think that the speed at which the game moves kind of downplays the maps and like memorizing the maps or having favorite places, because you're bouncing around constantly. It's almost like it doesn't matter where you play because you're just sprinting around anyways, going invisible, jumping off walls, getting your Titan. Do you feel like that at all?
That's what you mean, like because you move around so quick, you just sort of don't really
Call of
take
Duty,
notice.
like, I think people have very favorite maps and they have very favorite spots or like very points that they go, strategies with their friends. Titanfall, you're moving so fast, like it's very hard for me to stick with somebody or very hard for me to know. Like if I was going to explain to you where I was on a map in Titanfall, I feel like it would be so much harder than if I told you, okay, I'm by the flagpole in, you know, whatever map in Call of Duty.
Yeah, say if we done like a dual com or something, we wouldn't be able to like organise ourselves to be like in the same spot at each time and then work together. It's more of like a team deathmatch, but an individual team deathmatch. If that makes any sense. But
yeah, absolutely. And with the Titans, it's almost a negative to group up. Like if you 2-on-1 in Call of Duty is like you're guaranteed to win, but 2-on-1 in Titanfall, man, being together, you're susceptible to a rocket blast or something that could, you know, take out both of you.
Pilot come out of nowhere.
It's interesting because I really was like so excited for a crown jewel of a multiplayer shooter, but you're right that just something. It's a great game. I can't even think of a negative thing, but something's off about it, which is interesting. Now, if we swap to the Sony side of things, Infamous.
I love that game.
It's so much fun, and it doesn't do everything. It doesn't do all that it does perfectly, but I feel like it is one of the most purely enjoyable games in like such a long time.
I'm just so glad that I had the opportunity to turn my PS4 on because it wasn't on for a while, and it's such a nice console. I don't know if like to start a console war, but it's such a nice console to use, and it's so quick and fast, and the controller feels nice, and it just felt such like a solid game. I mean, we talked about the graphics before, and the graphics look amazing. The open world and free roam aspect of it is even better. It's just I find myself trying to just do random stuff in it and just trying to like 100% it, which is not like me at all. In other games.
Same here. It's totally not like me to want to clear things out, but like that moment-to-moment gameplay is just really great. And I think I personally think it's a better showpiece for the PS4 than Titanfall is for the Xbox One. I don't know what sales figures are. I haven't really heard a ton about that yet. But in terms of a system seller, like Infamous looks amazing. It plays super fun, and I think it feels like a very